Good afternoon, everyone. And firstly, just a huge thank you from me to the organizers of the event and also to His Highness, of course, and the wider group of the Crown Prince Court, who have really given us this opportunity of schools coming together to pilot this amazing opportunity to develop moral education in the UAE. And I'd also like to thank all of you who have stayed to this stage of the afternoon, and thank you for being part of it and being with us as we look at the pilot side of things, because there are a group of 19 schools who have been working together since January to move this program forward together. And Cranleigh has been one of those privileged 19 schools to be part of that journey. And what I hope we can do today is encourage all of you that are about to embark on moral education within your own schools to realize that actually things are alive and well and going extremely well in the 19 schools. So we would like to share that with you today. And moral education, in line with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan's initiative, is very much about a values-based analysis of what we as schools can do. And the direction and the mandate that he has given us is educating the whole child as a priority. And I really am delighted to be able to embrace that as a school, and we'll share a little bit more about that in a moment. But I think also for us all as school leaders, it's something that is so important to us, isn't it? We want to make sure that our schools are not just about the academic program, but that there's a holistic education going on in our schools. And one of the great things about the moral education program is it gives us that mandate and it gives us that direction to take it forward. And the virtue-based ethics side of the program, which you would have heard about already and more will be coming shortly, in terms of our responsibilities and our duties within the UAE context, is another great strength of the program. And we are really enjoying embracing all that is on offer through the program in terms of what we enjoy here in this wonderful country. So one of the questions I was asked in my presentation is, why does moral education matter to me? And in particular, what are my personal stories and values relating to moral education? And because you've been listening to a lot of speakers today, I thought I'd put that in the context of a video for you, just to kind of energize you for the last little stint. I'm not sure if you can put the sound on at the back. Seems like there's a technical problem, so I'll do the voiceover myself. Essentially what I'm describing in the background of this video, which is really just to talk a little bit about the different areas of school life that we enjoy at Cranleigh. And one of the things that we have really worked hard to achieve as a school is to go beyond knowledge-based teaching for teaching's sake. To go beyond just purely the exam curriculum and the expectations on that. One of the things that we really stand for as a school, and what I stand for as a school leader, is to ensure that our children are getting as wide an opportunity as possible to develop their personalities and their character. And we want to do that very much within the context of the UAE. So although we're a British curriculum school, and although we have come with a lot of heritage, Cranleigh is 150 years old in the UK, what we're not doing as a school is trying to replicate the British tradition of Cranleigh UK. In fact, what we're doing is we're just transplanting that and making that very much our own here within the auspices of what the UAE stands for. And so our children are getting this very, very wide program and a really wide range of initiatives. And what we're finding and what we're delighted to enjoy is the fact that moral education and this new program with His Highness's initiative has given us the opportunity to expand further on what we're doing already. So it's a terrific opportunity for us as a school. And my encouragement to all of us in this room as school leaders is to embrace holistic education in all its forms. And wherever you are in your school journey and whatever your values are as a school, and whether you are driven in different curriculum types by your own vision and values, whatever it is in terms of what you stand for in your own compass of values, of course, what moral education is doing is it's saying to us, let's embrace the holistic side of every single child, because that is an important component of their futures together as world citizens and as global citizens. After all, it's who we are rather than simply what we know that makes us unique and special and will help us take the schools and the communities forward in the future. So how have we as a school implemented and changed our staffing and our pupil arrangements? What impact has this had on us as a school? Well, the reassuring word I have for you today is to say that actually, from our point of view as a British curriculum school, it's been pretty seamless. We have been able to integrate what we do with the moral education program into existing curriculum times and curriculum structures as we have them as a school. So on the pastoral side of the school, our journey has taken us for the last 2.5 years since we opened into a program which we call Learning for Life. And so our pastoral program of study has also linked into ADDIC Student Competency Framework. And so what we've found with moral education and the moral education program is that it's allowed us to enhance what we already had in existence. And the materials and the program, what we've received through the pilot study so far, is fantastic. Honestly, the materials that are being produced for us really have taken what we were doing already to a whole new level. And we've been able to embrace that. Our staff have been able to embrace the content and really utilize that to best advantage. And then on the academic side, and we do an hour a week on the pastoral side, and we do an hour a week on the academic side for moral education. But we're not having to add this on. Don't see this as a bolt-on in schools like us. We've been able to build it directly in to the auspices of our social studies curriculum, and we were given the mandate to do that, enabling us to teach moral education as linked into and enhancing the social studies program. And so again, in the same way as we found on the pastoral side, the social studies program has really been enhanced by the materials and also by the methodologies that we're able to apply in terms of the way in which we can teach that subject. Both areas of school life really integral to our vision and values, both absolutely integral to the moral education program. Both have come together extremely well in terms of our experience. And so this is how we map it out. Don't worry about the detail, but essentially what you see on that template there is a very wide range of components which across the course of year 2 through to the 6th form at Cranleigh enables us to deliver the full package of moral education whilst also ticking the boxes required of us from the other authorities in terms of student competency framework, in terms of social studies, and we've been able to find a way to ensure that everybody involved in this program is getting the full core curriculum that they require. The moral education program, as I said, is giving us the advanced level, if you like, of what's already in existence. And our mapping process has really worked out very seamlessly. So how has it changed our perspective? How has it enhanced our program? And what has it done for me as a head even in terms of delivering the vision and the values that we as a school Cranleigh stand for? Well, for me, one of the core components has been the empowerment of staff, the opportunity to give young leaders a chance to step up. I've got a team of over 80 staff already actively involved since January in this program. And they are embracing it wholeheartedly, particularly a group of young leaders who I've been really been able to empower and say, come on, you get on with this, you go and run this. And they're very passionate about that, and they're making a fantastic strive forward. And it's allowed a creative engagement and some personal development, both for my staff and also for the pupils. And this is what the pupils are saying about it. I mean, the kids are absolutely thriving in this curriculum and thoroughly enjoying the program as it rolls out in these first few months. So I love particularly the last comment. The MEP has taught us all not only about the UAE, but it's also changed how we learn about it. And that's one of the things that's really excited me about this program. It's enabled us to teach in new and creative ways some of the traditional core curriculum items that perhaps from time to time within our schools are seen as requirements rather than energized, energetic, academic, and enthusiastic areas of school life. And so we've been able to take some of that core material and put it forward. And so these are some of the things that we're doing, just to kind of give you a pictorial image of the different creative ways in which we're delivering this program. As I said earlier, we have an hour a week on the pastoral side. And so firstly, looking at the pastoral program, we've focused on primarily pillars 1 and 2 of the program. And we can do that through different ways. These are our tutor groups meeting together. The kids are running assemblies using moral education principles and information. Our student council has embraced it very wholeheartedly. We're also looking at it through standard lessons and building it into some of the cross-curricular aspects of school life, giving us a chance to look at discussions and reflections, presentations, even some practical demonstrations, both in school and also with parents actively involved. And the parent body I'll mention shortly, but the parents have really embraced this as well, and they're seeing a positive impact on our children straight away. The moral education program also we're running on the pastoral side through, as I said earlier, some of the tutor groups. And we're also delivering it all the way down into the littlies, into the pre-prep. And it's great to see our pre-preppers embracing it and getting stuck in and enjoying it as well. And on the academic side, pillars 3 and 4, this is really exciting news as far as I'm concerned, which is seeing an immediate positive impact within just 2 months on our progress and our attainment grades within the social studies context. Because the program is so enlightened, so positive, so enthusiastic, and so open to creative teaching, we've been able to develop different strategies and teaching styles. For example, we're team teaching between Arabic and non-native classes, and we're bringing them together to teach the social studies and the moral education program. And we're doing that seamlessly, and the team teaching is having positive benefits on the overall progress. So our effort and attainment and progress charts in social studies, this is just one cohort, year 6, we're seeing an immediate spike even within 2 months, which I hope is an encouragement to you as well. This is how we're teaching some of the UAE social studies and moral education, some perfume making in year 6, linking to some of the core components there, CUS7 and CUS8, which are linking to trade, travel, communications, and how that influences on culture. What did we do? We got a group of children to run a souk. And we've been running souks at Cranley and getting lots of entrepreneurial ideas going, which in turn enhances the broader program of how we offer the broader curriculum at Cranley. We've had, again, some more of that souk imagery for you. We've had British Ambassador Tom Fletcher, who was here earlier today. He's come into our Open Minds lecture series. He's looked at diplomacy in the digital age, which connects really well with the morality side of CM16 and this program. And we're working very closely with a number of leading speakers to come to us and speak more. We're actively engaged on the Moral United Nations pupils, etc., etc. There's so many creative ways in which this program can be rolled out in your schools, built into what we do. The teacher feedback is exceptional. We've got a very, very engaged group of teachers, as I said, over 80 of them actively involved and enjoying the journey of discovery, which is moral education. And the parent feedback is fantastic as well. Kids that are going home and genuinely talking about the content of what we've been delivering over these last 2 months since we started the pilot study. So how can we as school leaders then be role models in our schools? How can we as leaders ensure that our teachers and our pupils and our parents engage in this program? Well, it's really, as far as I'm concerned, a wonderful responsibility and a wonderful opportunity for us to drive forward something which I think will have a lasting legacy in the country. This year, after all, was announced by our president, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, as the year of giving. And the year of giving is an essential component of what we are doing as a nation right now. Well, what better way for us as school leaders to make a difference, in the words of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid recently, if we're going to make a difference in this nation, the most important thing we can do to make a difference is to drive forward our children and to give them the opportunities to become the wonderful citizens of the future of this nation. So let's embrace and share the vision of the values and principles that sit behind the moral education program and use it to make a lasting difference, not just in our own schools, but also into the future of this nation. Thank you very much.